Welcome back to Cruising Off Duty. We are presently sailing around Lake Ontario this summer, but this particular day was kind of eventful, so I thought I'd make a short excerpt clip. This will be from episode 1, where we leave Kingston on our way to our first stop in Belleville. Dodging storms the whole way, saw a huge storm coming, thought perfect timing, we're going to tie up to the visitor wall in Belleville. And it seemed like a good idea since the wind was blowing us off the cement wall when we first tied up. As you can see, we start off with problems already. The wind's pushing the boat off the cement dock, and with that chain there, Janice didn't have the ability to back up and really pull on the boat, and she lost it. Luckily, I was able to jump on the moving boat, and then things just go from bad to worse. What you don't often expect is during a storm, the wind will often switch 180 degrees away from where it starts out, and that cement wall was not our friend. We made it to Belleville, barely, just in time. We just pan around. See, I don't know if this camera does it justice how dark those clouds are. Big stuff on the radar, big wind. Janice learned a lesson. If you saw the hyperlapse, you would have seen the boat get to dock and then just blow away.
You didn't hear me screaming, hurry up, get back on the boat.
Get back on that boat.
You missed that part.
Yeah, hyperlapse doesn't have audio. But what did you do?
So I thought I could hold the boat with the line in the middle, but no, the wind blew the bow.
Yeah.
Way harder than I could ever think of.
And she was on this side of that chain, so she couldn't lean back into it with her body. So she was just holding with her arms, and then the boat got away on her, and she let go, and I was still on the shore with the stern line. And she's like, get on the boat! I'm like, what? And then I realized she wasn't even holding on to anything. So I had to jump onto the moving boat and motor around, do a U-turn. And then
I grabbed the bow line that other time.
Yeah, we grabbed the bow line. And we flagged down some random passengers going by.
Any sucker that happened to be nearby.
Grab a rope! But yeah, we're here. There's supposed to be hail, high winds, everything. So well, we'll let you know if anything crazy happens. Okay, so we just checked the radar. Earlier, it was saying we were going to get missed. We're that little blue dot, of course. Now look at the red. Going to go right over top of us. Yikes. Well, thank goodness we're tied to a cement wall here in Belleville. Yeah, I wouldn't really trust being anchored in this. That's where the sky looks okay. That's where the sky looks not so good. Then again, the cameras never do it justice. They always lighten it, that auto white balance, but it is very dark. You can hear the wind starting to howl. We're kind of laughing at this one swan out there. Or can he get on focus? There he is. One swan just hanging out, eating his seaweed. Not a care in the world. Meanwhile, again, this camera doesn't do it justice. Big, dark, ominous clouds. Okay, this is, yeah, a bit crazy. I don't know if it'll do justice because it's all the water on the glass. You can't even see the other side of the channel. Let's see if I can go out here. Oh, I'm gonna get wet if I go out here. Yep, camera's gonna get wet. Let's just say it's going sideways. This time it's blowing us onto the dock. When we first got here, it was blowing off the dock. Now we're getting pushed onto the cement dock. So yeah, we're just hoping no ping pong ball size hail, because that would probably do some serious damage to our isinglass. So let's hope. Fingers crossed, just rain. It is windy is crazy. Like I said, I'd love to show you what's going on up front. It's like a washing machine up there. I have a hyperlapse going on my action camera, so it might catch some of this, but I was just saying, I hope our solar panels on top of our Bimini don't rip right off.
I'm feeling very glad we didn't go the Lake Ontario way.
Yes, we gone the Lake Ontario way. This would be like a nightmare. There's the washing machine I was showing you in front. Janice is checking the fenders are staying down. Fenders.
Like, I checked them, I worried, so they're fine.
Look at that's the washing machine I was talking about.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oof.
It's starting to buck a little more, so I don't know. I don't like that.
We don't have a choice now. We can't go anywhere. Well, we can't move, so we're stuck here. Why does the wind have to be pushing us onto the cement? And now we're starting to buck. it, Janice. Janice, get back in here. What is she doing? I don't know, man. This is crazy. Janice was out there, she's soaked. I went out, we tried to put another fender between us and the cement. We have every fender on our boat on this side. But the thing is, it's bucking so much, the fenders are lifting up. You see the cement, there's a bit of a lip, and the fender gets caught above the lip.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
Why?
We're gonna get a fucked up boat.
Well, there's every fender we have is there.
I know. Hopefully done soon.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be anchored in this either, though.
No. Should have gone in. I did not think this was...
Well, we didn't know this was coming.
Oh my god.
Okay, you might hear the light rain, but the big storm is over.
Yay,
Thank
we
goodness.
survived.
Barely. Did you see the footage I started with Janice on the outside in the pouring rain, trying to push the, 17,000 pound boat off the dock with a 60 knot wind?
Just trying to jam one more fender down there. One more.
I'm like, Janice, give up! The boat's too big! No,
It
help
worked
me!
out. We got one more in there.
But after we put one more fender, just dumb luck, the boat was bouncing back
Yeah.
and forth, so we timed it and got the fender down. After that, though, we heard a big crack.
A very bad crack. Like it looked like when looking at the window, it looked like the boat was right against the cement.
Yes.
So, and we heard a crack, so we thought
Yeah.
that was bad news.
The boat
We
would
were
not only
picturing the
bounce,
worst.
but it was swinging out away from the line and back into the wall, and we heard a huge crack. Well, we've gone out and looked at the side of the boat. We don't see
I don't-
anything.
yeah.
But
Or at
we-
least if there's anything there, it's not nearly as catastrophic as I was imagining.
Yeah. I'm thinking, too, it could be that the lifelines were being yanked on by the fenders so hard that maybe the stanchion bar cracked. When she was trying to push the boat off, she's like, come help me! I run out in the pouring rain. I start pushing. Well, there's nowhere to push when the boat's so low compared to the dock, so I was pushing on the stanchion and, of course, bent it. So I bent it back. So what's it?
This is our own boat. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
bad if it's someone else.
Yeah. But anyways, it looks like we got through fairly
Yeah.
unscathed, although we thought for the worst. Oh, story.
So we thought, okay, we waited for the storm to calm down and thought, okay, it's calming down, it's over. Okay, now is our like we were soaking wet,
Soaking.
drenched, as you may have noticed. And we thought, well, now is our chance to just put on some dry clothes and have a drink and relax. And that's when the firemen come.
We saw a fire truck
We watched
pull in.
a fire truck pull up, and we're like, wonder what that's about. And so
They're like, are you okay in
as soon as
there?
Craig is completely buck naked, they start knocking on the boat. Are you okay? Are you okay in there? We're fine.
We're like, yeah.
I was at the front of the boat. He couldn't answer because he was hiding in the bedroom because he was buck naked.
I'm like, we're
And
fine.
I'm like, we're good. I'm like, and he's like, oh, did you call the fire department? I'm like, no. He's like, well, someone did. They called about a boat tied to the cement wall and getting
That's us.
bashed to the cement. I'm like, oh yeah, that was us.
And you know what it was? The yacht club over here probably saw her out there trying to push the boat off the
They're like,
cement
oh, they called
wall.
to say you were in distress. I'm like, well,
She was in distress.
we have a bit of damage, but no water's coming in.
Yeah, we didn't know if we had damage at that point, but at this point the
But
storm.
we were checking the bilge and nothing was in
Yeah,
there.
and the storm was dying down, so we're like, well, most of it's over now. So, but it looks on first blush like we don't have any. We were worried that that's the end of the vacation. We got a big huge
Yeah.
hole in the side of our boat, but no.
You know, if it's just a scuff,
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
then we can get that fixed and
Our vacation's not ruined.
it'll look better. Our boat will look, the boat, that side of the boat will look better than it's ever looked, probably.
Yeah, probably.
From our last experience of having someone professionally
Do gel coat.
do our gel
Yeah.
coat for us.
All right, so we're off. She's gonna go find a laundromat because
Yeah.
we left a few windows not completely sealed tight, and there was dripping in on our clothes. So we got a bunch of wet clothes now.
Yeah, I just
So.
don't want to even risk mold. And there are, so the next 6 days there's rain on the forecast. So we'll never get a sunny day to be able to dry this stuff. So let's just do a dryer.
And then we look like trailer park people if we put everything we own on the lifelines. We look pretty
Oh,
funny.
like a lot. There's a lot that I just want it dry.
So
It's
she-
still clean. I want to keep it that way.
So she's gonna go check out if the club behind us here has actually laundry facilities, and I'm gonna
Sure they
start
do.
collecting all this video evidence and putting it in some logical order. So
Yeah.
Talk to you later. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the Cruising Off Duty YouTube channel to catch the rest of our transit around Lake Ontario. So far, we've gone through the Murray Canal. We've, of course, dodged storms along the north shore of Lake Ontario. We're presently safely into Toronto Harbour. Who knows what happens after this? So, stay tuned.